market will grow by about 15% odd. So and anywhere between 70 to 80 million units is our view for the market this year. As I said, capacity is fairly good. The market is about 23, close to 20 to 23 million units of capacity. So I don't think any new capacity will actually come up this year. What is our internal target? I think we have a market share of about 14.2% in the entire industry. We want to take that up to about 14.7 or so about a 50 basis increase. This will come by growing at about 25%, which we believe will be higher than the category growth of about 20% And really we want to ensure that there is good shareholder return by ensuring that there is consistent growth and there is profitable growth, because profit margins are low if you're not careful about managing the P&L and keeping the consumer at the heart of your decision. That is a challenge. The PLI scheme is obviously a very helpful incentive for the government from us. And on our capex of about 70 crores of R&D, about 70 odd crores of the manufacturing capex, our PLI benefits is almost to the extent of about 50 odd crores a year. So I think that is quite a useful thing. But of course, all of this is actually passed on to the consumer. So I think the entire industry, whatever benefit they get out of the PLI, whatever return they get, it's all passed on to the consumer, and you can actually see that in most companies, are public listed companies, so the profit margins are very clear. There are some challenges. There are rising cost burdens on this industry. I think there's the warranty claims, so very, very high warranty claims on both PCBs and compressors, as high as 10 years each. There's the cost of actually sale, which is all the in-store promoters and the advertising we have. There's consumer financing. As I said, 70% of users are first-time users, they're price-sensitive users, so everyone wants consumer financing. So I think consumer financing burden cost is also fairly high, about 40-odd%. And then there is the e-waste compliance. I'm sure all of you have heard of that. Every company has to ensure that 70% of the weight of ACs that it sold 10 years ago has to be recycled through official recyclers, and we have to get recycling certificates for that. That's a very strict mandate from the government. And you're also aware that that pricing has gone quite aggressively high. So I think that's the conversation that we've been having both with the government and recyclers to reduce that burden on the industry. So I think just to summarize, long-term outlook is very, very positive. The consumer fundamentals are very, very strong. We're very confident that this is the decade of air conditioning. Really, it's only about 8% of 350 million households in India actually own an AC, right? About 60% own a fridge, about 70% own a TV, about 20% own a washing machine, only about 10% own an AC. So even if this 10 becomes 20 or 25 over the next 10, 15 years, and that's the amount of time it takes, because Indian population is also growing, right? So I think 150 million households is what is in 2030 the number of households that can really own an AC. So that's really the massive headroom that we have for the air conditioning market in India. I think Blue Star will continue to play this category very strongly. I think we've got an 82-year-old legacy of engineering and cooling expertise, and we really feel that this is a time when not only can the category grow because it obviously helps the overall Indian economy, but Blue Star is really well poised to really take on this opportunity. What I'll do is we'll come back for the question and answer, but I'll just hand it over to Girish now to just take you through what our range for this year is, and post that, happy to answer any questions which you throw at me to discuss what's good. Girish, over to you.
We are here today to announce the launch of our new range of products for 2026. We start with air conditioners. We also have a range of commercial refrigeration products that we are here to launch. What is the hallmark of Blue Star products? Why do people buy Blue Star? Because we've been in the business for over 82 years. We understand this country. We understand the kind of tropical climates that exist in most parts of India. And that's why our R&D, our entire design philosophy is to create the products which will last in this country. Our hallmark is always QRD. We call it quality, reliability and durability. This has always been the hallmark of Blue Star. This is one area we never compromise on because that's what has built us where we are today. We're an Indian brand. Despite being around for so many years, we're still very relevant. We're still market leaders in a lot of our segments, and that's all thanks to our product philosophy of quality, reliability and durability so that consumers get nothing but the best. We have a new range that we're launching today. We call it the flagship range. This includes super energy efficient ACs, heavy duty ACs, hot and cold ACs and antivirus ACs. I'll take you through each one of them in due course, and we have that range as well which we've displayed here. So let's begin with super energy efficient ACs. Now, as Mr. Mohit mentioned, that this year the government has changed the energy standards for air conditioners. So from Jan 1, 2026, what is a 5-star today is perhaps the most energy efficient 5-star anywhere in the world. It's one of the most stringent 5 stars, right? So the energy efficiency norms have gone up drastically from 5 to 5.6 for the 5-star, which means that though there is a mad cost, there is a cost increase for a consumer, but he or she is getting something much better. It's a superior product from an energy efficiency requirement, right? So what do we have here? We have an AC which is even more efficient than the standard specified. So we have an ISER. What is ISER? It is nothing but energy efficiency rating. For a 3-star, it is 4.3. For a 5-star, as I told you now, it's 5.6. But what we have here is an AC which delivers 6.25, which is 45% more energy efficient than 3 stars. So it's ideal for people who use ACs all day long. There are many people in in Telangana, in Andhra, in Bangalore. A lot of them are now working from home. They have a hybrid model that they're working from home twice or thrice a day. When you're working from home in this heat, you need to have the AC on. And they're using the AC for 12, 14, 15 hours a day. And for that, this is the solution because they can get utmost comfort at minimal cost with our super energy efficient range. After that, we have a range of heavy duty ACs. Now, what happens is that all the ACs are designed to operate at 35 degrees centigrade. So when you're getting a 1.5 ton, that 1.5 ton is a 1.5 ton at 35 degrees. But the moment it becomes 40 degrees, that 1.5 ton comes down to about 1.25. At 45 degrees, that 1.25 will be less than a ton. That's a phenomenon called D-rating. That means when the summer is very harsh outside, the AC struggles to cool. And for such weather conditions, especially, they happen in Andhra, they happen in Telangana, this part, Hyderabad sometimes goes even to 44, 45. Heavy duty ACs are ideal for such things. What do? They have a powerful air through of 55 feet. It delivers 100% cooling capacity even at 43 degrees centigrade, which means a 1.5 ton will function as a 1.5 ton even despite the heat at 43 degrees centigrade. So that is the power of heavy duty AC. So your AC will not struggle to cool. It will cool, very, very phenomenal. I'll give you an analogy. It's just like a marathon runner. Now, if I stand in the gym, if I'm in the gym, I can always run at 8 kilometers per hour in the good temperature environment of 24 degrees. But if I'm put in the heat at 48 degrees, I will struggle to run. This AC is like a marathon runner. It can perform in the harshest of weather conditions, and that's our heavy duty range. We come to hot and cold ACs. May not be very relevant for this part of the country, but very relevant for parts in the north. Now people, have this myth that during the summer we put the AC on, but during winter we put the heater on. And a lot of people, put that heater on. Heater is a little suffocating. Oxygen levels sometimes get depleted with certain kind of heaters. Now this AC uses a reverse refrigeration cycle. It cools in summer and heats in winter. So it has a heating capacity as well. And the energy efficiency of this heater is 1/3 than that of a normal heater. So you can have maximum comfort during this with this product, and at the same time, you do not have to pay on energy efficiency or on energy bills. The energy bills can be drastically reduced by using this all-in-one AC. Cools in winter, cools in summer, heats in winter. Next, we have an AC which not only cools, but also purifies the air. This is an AC with antivirus technology. It has powerful filters, it has very sophisticated filters like HEPA, PM 2.5, etc. It destroys 99.99% of viruses, bacteria, etc., ensuring that the air that you breathe is not only cool but also pure. So that's a range of flagship products, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are also launching a very good-looking product which we call as our new benchmark. It is filled with features, but it also has a midnight finish. That's called a range of Iconia. You will see that right at the center. It's got a metallic finish that we have, and it's very feature loaded. So this is our showstopper for the season, as you call it. This is our new launch today called the Iconia. We have a short film on this. Displayed right at the center. Smart Wi-Fi. Now, often you think, why should an AC have a Wi-Fi? It's made for cooling. How does it help me? A lot of consumers think, okay, at the max, I don't need a remote. I can operate the AC through my smart app, or I can have a voice command technology where I can say, Alexa, switch on the AC, switch off the AC. All of those are there in the smart Wi-Fi, but that's not only it. Today, with the sophisticated features that we can get through Wi-Fi and through smart, you can do a lot of things with the AC. For example, now you're sitting here. There are kids in your home, they have switched the AC on, they've gone to play. The AC is on, your energy efficiency is gone, for a toss because your energy bills are rising. You can control your AC sitting here. You can decide to switch the AC on off. You can set locks, certain ACs can't be switched on. You can also have, caps that this temperature cannot go below 25, etc., etc. All that you can do sitting anywhere in the world. So that's the advantage. The other advantage that you have is that most people buy an air conditioner for the first time. Mr. Mohit mentioned that we have a large set of first-time buyers. And why do they buy that AC? When they have that one unbearable night, जब वो रात को सो नहीं पाए, तभी उनको air conditioner खरीदना होता है, right? And once they buy it, is why? Because they get peace. They can sleep comfortably. But how often do you get up in the middle of the night having an AC, feeling too hot or too cold? Yeah, because what happens is your body's metabolism goes down, and therefore the initial temperature that you've set is not comfortable for your body. And therefore you get up either putting a blanket on or you fool around with your AC, switching it up and down, and then your sleep gets disturbed. But in the smart app, you can control many parameters for every hour for 12 hours. So from 10 to 11, I set it at 22 degrees. From 11 to 12, I set it at 24. From 12 to 1, set it at 25. 1 to 2, I will switch off the AC. 2 to 3, I switch on the AC but in the fan mode. 4 to 5, again 25. 5 to 6, again 24. You can do that once for every hour for the next 12 hours. Just set a profile. And the next time you're sleeping, automatically the AC will detect that, you've switched the sleep mode on, and you can have undisturbed sleep without getting up in the middle of the night. These are the advantages of having a smart AC. Another advantage, these are the certain screens of the smart AC. Another advantage is energy management, where you can control or at least have a tab of the power pins. Sometimes you don't know how much energy you've consumed, and when you get the electricity bill, you get a shocker. So if you remember, we used to have those data plans which gives you a warning, you have consumed 80% of your data in those days. Similarly, you can have an adjustment here that you've consumed 80% of your planned units, whatever you had planned for electricity. So you'll be more thoughtful, you'll be more mindful, and therefore then you can decide, you can control your AC usage, so you can keep a very strong tab on power usage. Again, possible through smart models. Which is why today, out of the 125 models that we're launching, about 50 models are smart Wi-Fi. In our entire 5-star range, we're giving the smart range as a default, and even a 3-star, the differential between the normal and the smart Wi-Fi is just 990 rupees, just a 3-digit figure. We want to upgrade all the consumers to smart going forward, because we believe that, as a leader, we have it. It's our responsibility to drive the innovation category of smart Wi-Fi ACs. So our entire range, a lot of our range, like I told you, 50 out of 125 models is smart. AI Pro Plus, again, very powerful features that we have. That is also with the smart Wi-Fi AC, which uses complex algorithms to ensure maximum efficiency, maximum comfort. You have seen AI becoming a very powerful tool, and even with air conditioners, it can do a lot to ensure comfort. This is a new feature that we are launching, which is a defrost and self-clean technology. Now, you typically need to service your AC, right? And you can clean the filter, but how do you service the AC? The coils are dirty. The coils, sometimes you need a technician to come and do all the wet cleaning as you can, right? This feature, what you can do is that you just press a button. The AC will first, the entire cooling coil, the coil that you can see there, it will get frozen. Okay, so there's ice formation. Then it will be melted. Then that dirty water, which take the water along with the dust, etc., is drained out, and then the coil is dried. This happens over a 30-35 minute procedure, and your AC is spick and span. Give you maximum cooling. A lot of the times you don't get the the advantage of cooling because of maintenance not done, service not done, because too much of dust. Here your AC can be as good as new. Other unique features, the Turbo Cool, the DigiQ Octa sensors, there's a Nano Blue Protect technology for anti-corrosion, and 5-in-1 convertible, where you can make the AC run from a 1.5 ton to a 1.2 ton to 1 ton, depending on the weather outside and the number of people in the room. The other thing that we actually harp on, this is our entire inverter range. The other thing that we harp on, which even Mr. Mohit mentioned, was about giving full cooling capacity. A lot of brands are giving capacity which is lower in terms of wattage. Now the Bureau of Energy Efficiency sticker has watts. It doesn't have tons written. From July 1, tons will be written, but right now it's watts. So when it's watts, there are a lot of brands which are selling 4800 watts, and the consumers believe it is a 1.5 ton. It's like, you're getting a pizza, but the pizza may be slice missing it. You can't, one slice is missing. It's like that. You're not getting a full cooling capacity out of your AC. Which is what we are educating consumers, that when you're buying the product, look at the wattage, because the wattage will tell you the truth. It's a very clear mathematics. 3500 watts is equal to 1 ton. So it's very clear mathematics. So a customer can then do the math, understand that jitna more watts, the higher the watts, the more the cooling. So various range of inverter ACs, all this entire range is for different channels. We have modern trade partners, we have regional retailers, we have distributors, we have sales and service dealers, e-commerce. So for all of them, we have different range of products, because each requirement is different, each segment is different. They cater to different unique set of customers, and we want to ensure that all these channels grow aggressively for us. These are the assurances that we offer: a lifetime warranty on the inverter, compressor 5-year on the fixed speed compressor, and on the electronics piece as well, a 5-year warranty, and extended warranty of 5 years. Our brand ambassador, as Mr. Mohit mentioned, is Mr. Virat Kohli. He has done now. He's been with us for about 6-7 years now, since 2019. We have a campaign which we ran last year, which we continue this year, on Garmi Ki Chutti. He's made a big impact to our overall brand awareness scores and equity scores. We have a short film that we're going to run this summer. A lot of the air coolers are very relevant for the Andhra market. Some markets don't really prefer air coolers, but this Telangana and Andhra prefer air coolers. We have a comprehensive range of commercial refrigeration products. I won't spend too much time, but quickly take you through the various range of applications that we cater to. Dairy, ice cream, HoReCa stands for hotels, restaurants, cafes, healthcare, pharma. These are also very upcoming applications, because you need medical refrigeration very strongly in these categories. Factories, education institutes, processed foods, retail, floriculture, and horticulture, right? So these are the various set of applications that Blue Star caters to for our commercial refrigeration range. We have a product for a lot of requirements. We begin with deep freezers, where we are market leaders. We have a complete range of glass top and hard top deep freezers. We have storage water coolers. We've been selling water cooler since 1948. So you can imagine a category that we've been there for so many decades and still we are market leader in the water cooler segment. Even in deep freezers, we're market leaders. We have dispensers which you see, which are those bottled water jars. We have a unique dispenser which is bottom loaded, which is put on display. You don't have to pick up that 20-liter jar which is very heavy, can break your back. So you can just slide in and slide out the 20-liter jar. There are busy coolers because consumers now, retailers, don't want to even store products, they also want to display them for impulse purchases. You went to buy wheat, but you land up buying wheat plus ice cream. And that's because you can see the ice cream inside, you get tempted and then you buy. So which is why busy coolers are becoming very popular. Kitchen refrigeration equipment, you know that you can order food through various cloud kitchens that are there, and all of them require specialized kitchen refrigeration equipment. Supermarket refrigeration for supermarkets and healthcare refrigeration, as I told you about earlier, for medical applications. We are leaders in the cold room business. So a lot of the McDonald's, the KFCs, Starbucks, a lot of the dark stores that you see of Q-commerce, they all need to have cold rooms. These are walk-in coolers. We are a market leader. We have a complete range. They comprise three things. They have puff panels, right, which is like the walls of the room, which are puff insulated so that the coolness of the room doesn't go outside. It's got an indoor unit, and it's got also called an evaporating unit, and an outside unit, which is an outdoor unit, also called as a condensing unit. So it consists of three parts: a room, the indoor unit, and outdoor unit. Customer service is something that we pride ourselves upon. As I told you, we are India's oldest air conditioning company in the country. We've been around for 82 years, which is why we have presence in over 950 towns in the country. So consumers buy us not only because of our quality, reliability and durability, assured product performance, but also our very deep after-sales service. And of course, we have a lot of technology-based interventions now to provide customers nothing but the best. So I'm done with my presentation, ladies and gentlemen. I'll invite Mohit again back to this, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
You said the volumes will be down by 5% or something. We said why? Will it be the same case with value terms, or it will be net same?
So I'm talking about the financial year that is just closing,
yeah,
which is April 25 to March 26,
yes,
right? I think the volume will be down about 5% for the industry itself, because we had a fairly poor summer. So I think we had very unseasonal rains last year. If you kind of remember in that March, April, May region. So I think the volume will go down vis-a-vis the previous year. So industry estimates are about -5% in volume. So largely driven by the fact that we had a very poor summer. So very seasonal business, highly seasonal.
How is your growth? Company growth is for -5% in finance.
No, so I mean, since we are in the closed period, I mean, we are toward the end of our quarter, so we expect to end the year better than the -5. I'm not at liberty to reveal, but our understanding is that we will end better than the -5 of the industry for sure. So we'll announce our results sometime in April, the second week, I think.
What is the current market share?
So currently we have about a 14.2% market share, but our ambition is to take it up about 50 basis to about 14.7 also.
Thank you.
See, you mentioned market share is 14%. That is across India or Telangana or South?
That's across India.
Across India.
So
Can you tell me about Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and South? What is the market
very
share?
difficult question, so I'll ask Girish to answer.
So our in fact market share is higher in this region. So we have a 14.2% market share, but in Andhra we have a market share of about 15.5%. But in Telangana we have a market share of about 18.5%. So Telangana is one of our biggest regions, in terms of market share. Of course, our market share is lower in the north, and therefore our average is 14.2. But this is a very important market for us, which is why it's one of our first few press conferences that we're doing in this part of our region.
Who is the biggest competitor to you in the AC segment?
There are a lot of players in the air conditioning segment. They keep varying depending on the region. between Andhra, between Telangana, between channels. But we have a whole lot of competitors who are around. There are many brands and it's good. We have good, healthy competition. And we kind of compete with all of them.
So which year we can expect completely all components together made in India?
I think that's a question for somebody somebody sitting in Delhi. But I think India is about 4 to 5 years away from making 100% of the bill of materials of an AC being made in India. I think that's where it is. And I said the major gap is in the compressor. So I think if that compressor thing is solved, then I think that's a very big step. In terms of electronics, PCBs, we've got a lot of good EMS players in India. I think we're about 4 to 5 years away from making something that is very high on quality, and very good on price. Because I think the consumer also is used to a particular price today, right? You cannot give her something which is very, very expensive vis-a-vis what she's getting today. But 4 to 5 years is what I would say. I know it kind of seems funny that there's a country that launches satellites to space, right? But we still haven't mastered making a compressor. But I think it's a little bit of. But I think the very good thing is lots of companies are working towards it. So I think that's very positive. And I think the government also is very, very supportive of any R&D in this region.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think we're very happy and proud to launch our 2026 range of summer ACs. It's almost about 125 different SKUs, and it covers the entire range from our flagship range to our signature range, which is Iconia, which you see behind us, and also our smart range. We're very confident that this is a category that we are very strong in, and looking cautiously forward to a great summer. And I think really looking to repeat the double-digit growth that both the category and Blue Star has been known for. Thank you.
So today we're launching about 125 new models of air conditioners. About 50 of them are enabled with smart Wi-Fi. Smart Wi-Fi offers a lot of features like customized sleep, energy management, controlling the AC from anywhere that you're sitting. And we believe we've kept the price very, very aggressive at a differential of just 990 rupees. We believe that the smart Wi-Fi market will come up and we will be leaders in that segment as well. So that's the entire range. 50 models out of the 125 models that we're launching today are smart Wi-Fi enabled. We have a large range of energy efficiency product. We have hot and cold products. We have heavy duty air conditioners and ACs with antivirus technology. Thank you.